Hey guys, welcome to another Lunchtime review. Today I'm going to try this Whole Foods Market black pepper beef. These were back in the deli section, like where they make the pizzas and the meals and all that stuff. These are refrigerated, they're not frozen, so they're actually made fresh. So you do have to watch the date on them. It is black pepper beef with jasmine rice, beef strips, black pepper sauce, and vegetables. And it says it's perishable. Keep it refrigerated. 12 ounces or 340 grams. Again, Whole Foods is where we got it. It was $10.99 for a prepared meal. I don't know if that's bad or not. This is what it looks like. You get this nice little plastic Tupperware, little plastic container too. You could probably wash and reuse if you really wanted to. Maybe we'll see. We'll see what it's like after I heat it up. But it looks pretty good. So let's see. The whole container is 490 calories, and there's the other info for you. And the heating. Here's your heating directions. It says microwave only, remove sleeve, which I did. Open lid partially to vent while heating. Microwave on high for 2 minutes, stir, and then heat an additional 1 minute. So 2 minutes, stir in 1 minute, and then let it stand for 1 minute. Remove the lid. Caution, it'll be hot. So I'm going to break the seal and open this. And we'll just leave it like that. We'll just vent it a little bit, and then I'll put it in the microwave for 2 minutes and stir it, and another minute, and I'll be back. Okay, so here it is out of the microwave. I have let it set for a minute. It looks really good. There's tons of onions and lots of little beef strips and sauce in here. It smells like peppers and onions and a little bit of seasoning. I don't know what seasoning it is, but it smells like a little bit of that seasoning too. But yeah, you get a whole bowl full, that's for sure. So I'm gonna let this probably not cool a long time because I have let it sit for a minute, but I'm gonna take it over the table, give it a try. Okay, just came over and sit down. I didn't really let it cool on me. I did get a forkful, so I've got the beef and onions and plenty of rice with sauce, a red pepper and a green pepper just to make sure there's no flavor difference. So here we go, it's a big bite. I like the really strong, it has a really strong like pepper and onion kind of flavor. There's also some other spice in there. It's something that like has a little bite to it. The rice is, I always talk about texture first. The rice has a little bit of a, it's not tough. It's got a little dry, just a little dry. So it's got a slight chewiness to it. The beef though is really, really good. Texture and flavor wise, honestly. So I'm trying to get just some rice. All right, now that rice was better in the center, but when I got some from the very edge, I think it's just the very edge, it dried out a little bit. Yeah. It was just that clump on the very edge. The rest of it seems to be pretty soft. The onions and the peppers are very soft. They're nicely cooked. They're not crunchy still. I mean, they still have some texture to them, so they're not mush, but they're not raw either. So they're kind of in between. They're cooked a little bit. The beef, like I said, has a nice chew to it. It has a nice texture, so you can tell you're actually eating beef, not some ground up or processed junk. And then the rice, like I said, if you're not getting it right on the edge from the drier parts, if you're getting it part of the moisture part in the middle, that's probably partially my fault because I didn't stir in that part maybe. It's really good and tender. It's a little sticky, but it's not bad. It's not like really clumped together, but it is slightly sticky. So textures, I really, really like it. Flavor wise, I do like the peppers and onion flavor. I like the flavor of the beef itself. The sauce, where there's not like, when I say sauce, I don't mean there's like liquid in the mix. It's like you can tell that they've been marinated in something, or they've had a little sauce in there when they've cooked. So, and they probably add a little bit of sauce in here when you stir it up, you don't notice it. So those seasoning and stuff are really, really nice. And it's really flavored the beef well. I also like it that it's in chunks. So like these peppers, you see it's not just little bitty pieces, it's actually chunks of peppers. And the beef tips, this is probably one of the smaller ones. I mean, there are some smaller, but you can see you get a pretty good sized piece of beef in there. And the onions are really good size. Let's see if I can get one of those. Yeah, there's the onion. So I like it. I like the textures. I like the flavors. It has a a peppery kind of flavor to it. There's a little bite to it, like I think I read that it had a little bit of ginger in it. Maybe I'm getting a little warmth from that ginger in the back of your throat. I really like it. Now, I'm just gonna say, I like the flavors and stuff. I would give this meal probably a solid 4.5 out of 5. I really do like the flavors and the texture. Everything about it is really, really good. My only issue is the price is a little high. Comparing this to another meal that I've tried recently for $10.99 was the Omaha steak. The Omaha steak was good too, but I said in every one of those, the price was way too much for what you get. The difference is the Omaha steaks didn't seem to have a lot of meat in it. It was mostly rice. Like there was one that had rice, broccoli, and beef. You got more rice and broccoli than anything, and you got very, very little beef. And the flavor of the sauces and stuff wasn't that great. I mean, it was okay, but it wasn't like $11 great. I think these are really good. I do think these are great. I do think $11 is still a lot to pay for a meal, but you know, if you go out to eat, sometimes you're going to pay $8 or $10 anyway. So I think this is a good alternative if you have a Whole Foods in your area. It is really, really good. So I'm gonna give it a 4.5. Just know if the price is a little high for you, don't stress about it. You're not missing like gourmet food, but it is really, really good if you don't mind the price. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching.